going to be talking about tonight are shadow people. And earlier today, I sat down and I said, okay, Spirit, I need your help to provide the right information to this group who have selected this particular topic. And so I asked them the big question, what are shadow people? And I was surprised. This was what was relayed to me. So I repeated it into the recorder part, dictaphone of the thing, and it typed out as I was reading, repeating what they were saying to me. Shadow people are not ghosts. They are the blueprint of spirit watchers, guardians or angels, and sometimes lower forms of demons. Shadow people are never loved ones. Well, that shocked me. And then they said, you will find shadow people move very quickly, and that is true. I have seen them move very quickly. And then they stated, in very rare circumstances, shadow people can be people from our future, the blueprint of those yet to walk our world in physical form, but merely in practice mode. Wow. So these are souls that haven't even been born yet, who are seeing what it's like, I guess. That was how I interpret that. Often they go unnoticed. These forms of spirit can also bring change to one's future. They can guide one's path. They can be the link between our world and the next. Shadow people are often found in places where there are sick or dying. All those who have death walking beside them in some form. It is not unusual to notice these beings, particularly when one is close to their last days. Do not mistake shadow people as hiding in the shadows. Shadow people will only show themselves in the form they want you to see, but never their true form. One mustn't be scared or frightened if they do encounter a shadow person. They will only remain visible momentarily, but cannot hurt the living physically. If by chance you encounter the low form of these entities, they can bring great depression. They can influence one's mind to think things or become paranoid. They can say things they normally wouldn't. In other words, they were referring to the person. They can whisper in your ear that you are unworthy. They can play mind games with you and control feelings and emotions that can bring an end to one's personal relationships. The lower form of shadow person is often shorter in height compared to that of angels or guides, whose energy is much taller, sometimes exceeding up to 10 feet in form. The misconception is that shadow people are only the colour of a shadow, being black or dark grey. In reality, shadow people can be of various colours, but the two common ones that are my dictaphone wrote that great to Mr. White. So what they said was grey, dark grey to misty white, not Mr. White. Colour does not determine the characteristic of these beings. The only thing that determines the characteristic is the behaviour and associated issues that may come having encountered one. Many times, a person may not realise they have encountered any such being because they may not see it, but they will feel it. They will feel changes within them or their environment or their circumstances. Depending on the changes, they do give us a better understanding of the encounter that has been had. They went on to say, to tell you, if you have ever felt like someone was watching you as you lay in bed and felt eyes staring at you, so you cannot see any physical form or sense any real physical presence, it's very likely this is a guide or angel watching over you to protect you from the lower beings. Sometimes you may hear muffled speaking as you are lying quietly in bed. It may be the sound as though you're hearing people in another room talking at a very whispered, muffled, inaudible, yet definite voice. And they stated that we are at our most vulnerable when we are about to go to sleep and during sleep. Often because they are speaking in a different energy field to our existence. This is how the voices will be heard. If they sound strong, masculine, or deep, often this is because they are demanding the lower entities, or as you would refer to as death, to step back away from you or someone close to you. What people do not realize in your world that you live is that death walks the path of everybody indiscriminately, of race, color, age, or being. If it weren't for many of those shadow people guiding and protecting, many may succumb to the hand of death or lower entities in their life, and many may not bear witness to miracles. So on a closing note, they said, do not think of shadow people as bad, but be happy if you do encounter one and your life is happy because of it. If your circumstances suddenly change from bad to good, it's very possible that one of these beings have taken control back for you and removed anything negative on your path. So I was elated when that was divulged, because here I was thinking shadow people are mischievous, which they said, yes, they can be, depending on what type of shadow person it is. I was under the impression they were possibly ghosts that, were haunting places, because there are people that, they go to places on location and they say that they've seen like these shadows move very quickly around them and stuff like that. But it's very possible that what they were actually seeing were guides or angels that were there to protect them from something, as a lower form of entity.